Hey, how's it going, guys? Geo here. Today we got a new Master Duel replay with one of my favorite decks of all time, Endymion. First off, this is actually the first deck I've built in Master Duel, but then I saw that like Max C was legal, so I decided to climb with a deck that had that could play Max C, Ash, Called by the Grave, and maybe cross out, so that just be smoother grinding because I didn't know what the rank ladder was gonna look like. But now we got our ranks reset. I know that getting plat one's a joke. You can't even D rank out of plat one anymore. So I think I decided to try to get as far as I could with Endymion. We've been blessed by the Master Duel gods with the single most important card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is is Electromite, as we all know. And then on top of that, we even get two more servants because in the TCG, Servant was limited for no good reason, right? Like it wasn't like a tier one deck or anything. So now that we have it all back, I can finally play Endymion, my favorite combo deck of all time by far. So what I think makes this deck very cool is that it doesn't interact with a lot of cards that other combo decks wouldn't need to interact with, because a lot of the combo pieces are pendulum scales and they're spells, so they can't be negated by things that would otherwise negate monsters per se. So here we're against Traptrix, and Traptrix is a deck that likes to use trap hole cards, and because of that, obviously, and the fact that, like I was just saying, that we don't really interact with things that like want to deal with monsters. I think this was a good match to show off why Endymion is so cool. So here, we open Master and a lot of ways to put counters on the board. So Master is one of the reasons why Endymion has a great time going second compared to other combo decks. Sure, you have to forego hand traps, but this guy, when he's in the scale, so it's a spell effect, you can remove 6 other spell counters from your field, and then pop cards up to the amount of cards you control that can hold spell counters. So as we can see, we know we have 2 cards set, that we have this who sends another hole. I'm assuming these are hole cards because it's Trap Trick, maybe a Judgment or something. So my one-track mind here is to try to resolve Endymion. And then of course, because Servants at 3, we get rewarded by the Desires first. We get Endymion Mastery. I don't know, there's no way we can lose if we order things correctly. So we're trying to resolve Servant here so that we can put monsters on board, and then either they remove them, and then we just keep playing, trying to get 6 counters on this guy. But instead of like bottomlessing Cerberus, he ends up floodgating it, which I thought because they're summoned at the same time, Floodgate would flip both of them face down. However, only Servant was face down. I'm not sure if it's supposed to work like this because it says like change that monsters or whatever. But regardless, we could have normal summoned Jackal King over one of them, and then we have way more than 6 counters available to us. But this being up just makes it even easier because then we can use his monster effect too. And here he is, Endymion. We're gonna get that. We are going to get that nice animation. Pop up to 3 cards because we have 3 cards that can control spell counters. It's all his back row. He's already used Rafflesia. There's no interactions left. We're just gunning for game here. So playing this game on ladder so far, I'm back to plat 5. I haven't been grinding too hard, to be honest. I realized how much I miss this deck. Ever since Electromite was banned in the TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh just hasn't been the same to me. So I'm wondering if, for you guys, if there's any like super cool decks that we can play in Master Duel now that we can't play in the TCG anymore that you guys are missing. Like for example, Thunder Dragons is a pretty cool deck. So with Colossus at 1, and Snow and Grass, those decks look like a lot of fun, but they're a bit expensive for for what my budget right now, I guess. Oh, and then that reminds me, we never had Selene and Electromite legal at the same time in TCG, which Celine is so good for climbing into access code for game. It just feels so good to have like this is the best version of Endymion that has ever existed, and it's a blast to play. So that's it for me. Have a good one, guys.